I'd like to thank the grace of heaven, virtues of masters, the compassion of our grand predecessors, and all transmitters for giving me this opportunity to learn to speak in today's class. I am just continuing from last week because I did not get to finish. So those that missed the class last week, please listen to the recording because these rules and regulations are very important. Okay, it maintains order in the temple, and it also helps us not to earn demerits for those that are not aware what the temple rules and regulations are. Okay, for example, break time. No munchies. Holy teacher says, not me. Holy teacher says, when it is break time, we cannot eat, whether it is cookies or crackers or whatever you see that's laying around. Okay, because remember, there's a recording angel that's recording. Okay.
For our health too, because our organs need some break too. Yeah, you know, keep eating, right? Whatever. There's no break. Like a machine, right?
You're wearing out your organs. However, we can drink. Okay, we can drink anything. There's coffee here, and there are tea bags, or if you bring your own drink, that's fine. But no drinks on the table except the person speaking, because sometimes we need it. Okay. The other thing is there's two water fountains. One is for the male on this side, and the other is for the female. However, everybody crowds around this one. There's no separation. But they say there's one over there too. We should have one set there and one set here.
See, we set this one up, but the ladies don't go there. So, you know, when you say, this one right here.
Yeah, there's hot water there.
So, we usually have there too.
We should always get two sets of everything. Two sets. Okay. Because this space here is very small. Because I know I sit here. I'm being pushed. I cannot even move when I'm sitting here during break time. Okay. So, okay, while they're discussing, okay.
Yeah, and about the drinking of whatever we're drinking, we should always try to finish what we and not leave it on the counters because we're wasting temporary resources. So if you know you have 10 minutes, a 10-minute break, do not make a whole cup of coffee because it's too hot for us to finish. So make a half a cup so you can actually drink it within that 10 minutes. There's water, try to finish the water, right? Don't leave it on there and then you have to throw it out.
Okay, and plus, before we leave for the day, we must make sure we dispose our cup. That's a demerit. We leave our cup here and we walk up the temple, we're not even aware we're earning demerits.
General rule, just pick it up after yourself. Okay? I mean, come on, that's common sense, right? Your mom's not following you, right? Come on, we're all adults. I hope we're all. Let's say this, holy teacher said, our reporting angel give our holy teacher the report. It's all red. Reporting is all red stuff. Holy teacher said, what? Okay, all red paper. Report. Because holy teacher mentioned one thing, he said, oh, even just leave the card there, you guys didn't finish all. So it's all recording that. So, because before you're going to report to our holy teacher what happened there, okay? Yeah. We just have to be more mindful, very basic, very basic.
Okay.
Just be mindful, be self-conscious a little bit, be self-aware. But once they do, every time we go, they clean up everything. And make sure we don't have we forgot it. Thank you.
Okay. Then next one is to respect the seniors and to guide the juniors. Okay. Seniors are people that are very virtuous, and we must respect them because they have been in the Tao much longer than we have been. they have been practicing the Tao and cultivating in the Tao much longer, and they are much more knowledgeable in Tao affairs. So we must respect all seniors in the temple. Okay, and at the same time we must guide all the juniors. At one point we were junior too. We need somebody to guide us and to help us and to teach us. Right? So that's how we should act in the temple. Because when there is respect and order among everyone from top to bottom, everything is in order. Okay? Now, when we leave the temple, for example, when we leave the temple for a trip, we must report to the seniors. Okay? Let them know when we are leaving, let them know when we are coming back. Okay? But we do not go directly to the transmitters. We go to the person in charge, such as the right now in the English class, the person that is how do you say 长子 in English? Director. The director. I lost that too. I'm sorry. The director in charge in English class now is Johnny. Okay. Ask him for his number. If you don't have time to call, you can text him. Okay, let him know when or why we cannot come, even when we are absent from the temple for one Sunday. Just text him. Okay, this way all right. So it's like
backup too, just in case Johnny's.
backup, or you can text Virginia, or you can text me. It doesn't matter. Okay, we can give you all our numbers.
Yeah.
All right. And anytime you guys need help with anything, you can always text us.
The other thing is, one thing we sometimes forgot is we don't want anybody to get sick or something happens to family. But if something happens, don't be afraid to tell them that. Sometimes we take a bow for them, sometimes we hope see what we can help they do without the family of our members. So always say that even other members who know that we should let them know.
Okay, when there was a transmitter standing in the same room with us, they are standing, we should not be sitting. Okay, this is respect for heaven's mandate, because they have heaven's mandate. Unless they say, no, you sit, then we can sit. Okay, so when we see a transmitter walking into the same room and we're sitting, we stand up. Respect. Okay, cushions. The cushions that are for us to do the koto, the bowing, do not kick it with our feet. Okay? Do not allow children to jump on it or to sit on it. Okay. This morning, I found someone sitting in the cushions. I said, what are you doing? You're not allowed to sit on it. We need to move them with our hands. Do not kick it with our feet. Respect. Okay? Now, when someone is doing the koto or the bowing, at the same time, we do not sit. Let's say we are in the large temple or we're sitting in the small temple. If somebody wants to ask the Buddha for help and do the bow personally, we see somebody bowing, we stand up. If we need to sit, we come into this room. Respect for the Buddhas. When we have a problem, like Transmitter Ling said before, when we have a problem, okay, and we cannot solve it, we can ask the Buddhas to help us. But we don't need to do it alone. Okay. What we can do is we can report to the director in charge, whether it's in the English class or in the Chinese class. In the Chinese class, they rotate monthly, a different director every month. If you don't know, you ask Johnny. Johnny will report to the Chinese director, and they will report to the transmitter. Okay. If it's a very personal problem and we don't want anybody to know, we just said, I prefer not to explain in detail. But it is better to let the transmitter know what your problem is, because the transmitter will be talking on your behalf. So by everybody helping us koto, the power and the strength of the bow is much stronger than us doing it alone. Okay. For example, if there's an illness that is a very severe illness. I'm not talking about headache or stomach ache, okay? If it's a very severe illness like heart disease or cancer, we can ask the Buddhas for help. However, we also at the same time must take a big vow. By us taking a big vow, the Buddhas will be more motivated to help us. Okay? The Buddhas will be more willing to help us because we are taking a big vow. If we are not willing to take a vow, then that strength and the power of that koto is lessened. Now, let us demonstrate how we do all different service in the temple. When we come into the temple, the first thing we do is what? People will hand us a towel. But nowadays, we give the Purell sanitation wipes. Because, okay, we have so many people coming in that water have to be constantly changed. Otherwise, a white towel will turn to black. Because everybody's hand coming in is dirty. Okay, after 6 people, if you look in the water, there is debris in there. There are blacks and greens and red stuff in there. Okay, so it is more sanitary to use sanitation wipes. Okay, but in the past, we do use a towel. Okay, so when somebody come in, we hold the 2 towels in the top, we bend our back this way. Please clean up your hands or wipe your hand. So people receiving will, Johnny or Virginia? You're going to stand up. Okay. So I'm going to serve to her. Good morning, Virginia. Put a smile on our face. Good morning, Virginia. Please wipe our hands. You see how she receive it with the 2 fingers holding? Okay. She will wipe her hand, fold the towel twice. It doesn't have to be perfectly neat. Okay. Because time is of the essence. There are people in the back waiting. So we do not take our time. We just fold it in half and then hand it back to the person serving. Now, thank you. She will say thank you, and what do the server say? 感谢天恩师德. If we can't memorize that, we say thank the grace of heaven, virtues of masters. The meaning of that is we thank the grace of heaven, virtues of masters to give us the opportunity to practice and to serve others today. See, that's why we thank the grace of heaven. Okay? Now, in the past, when we served to the male, it was different, but nowadays we confirm with Taiwan. I had transmitter low call Taiwan directly and ask, is there a difference between male and female receiving the towel? The answer was no. In the past, we said the male is supposed to receive it with one palm front, one palm back. No. We all receive with the 2 fingers, okay, from the middle. It was clarified why. People that receive it that way were predecessors. None of us are predecessors, okay? At least not yet. Right? So in other words, we all receive it that way. We no longer do it that way, okay, to correct. Now water. Now, when we serve a cup of water to whether it's male or female, put 2 fingers at the edge, not all the way, at the edge of the cup. We hold the cup this way. So the person receiving will be able to hold the handle with their right hand. And also put 2 fingers at the edge. Right, you see? Why at the edge? Because the hands don't touch. Okay? So when she finished, she will hold it back to me the same way, and I will receive the same way. Okay? Now, we have lots of cups with lids. When we walk, I usually put a finger on the top. Or I put my thumb, if I hold the cup this way, I put my thumb on the top. Why? Because when I'm running, when I'm walking, the lid does not fall off. We have like 30 cups over there above the sink with no lids. Okay, because once the lid is off, we cannot use it. Okay, yes, Carrie. She broke 2 of them. So when she breaks them, she got to replace them. Okay. We can replace them because they sell them in the Chinese market over there. Okay. So when there's no lid, this cup is no longer useful. Okay. Now, because sometimes we have to serve a male. So that is why the hands do not touch. Because in the temple, female and male must be separated. All right? So those that missed last week's class, go on the audio and listen. Why? Because it was explained last week. Okay? Now, the cushions, the
Can
koto.
we go back to this part?
Yes.
Yeah, can you tell us the timing when we offer the towel and the cup, the tea, when the speaker is...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the timing.
Okay. When do we offer the cup? Okay. It is when there is a lecturer speaking, sometimes at the podium, up there, sometimes over here. All right? But usually in the English class, we bring our own. Okay? Save water for the temple. So let's say we're serving to the lecturer at the podium. Okay? We're walking up, right? I usually walk up like this. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. My mistake. So when they say 1, I'm already at the side. That's the podium. I'm already at the side. Okay, so this one, because it's a far walk from the door all the way. I'm already prepared. I'm waiting at the side. 1 is when they have to do the bow. 2 is when I place this down. Okay, towel next to the lecturer. The cup next to the towel. Why? If you place it like this, if they grab the towel, they can knock the cup down. And then it's going to create a big catastrophe because you got the keyboards there, you got the computer stuff there, and you got all your paperwork there. Okay, all that water will be over all that stuff. That is why.
On the inside towards the speaker.
Yeah. So when they grab the cup, it's okay because even if they knock down the towel, how low can the towel get? Because it's already at the bottom, right? That's the reason why. So when I put that down, I will give the lecturer a nod of my head, not a bow, because then they have to return a bow to me. There's no time for that. I just nod my head, I turn, and I walk away. Got it? So when it's finished, when the class is finished, it's the same. You're already waiting at the side. When they say 1, you're already walking up. 2 is when I take all this out. Right? And 3 is when we can walk out. Understand? This is usually done every Sunday. Okay, over here we just do it regular. Okay? Any questions?
Notice the hue of the tower and also the cup. Usually for a gentleman speaker, we usually give them, like a bluish cup, with flowers, and also the tower. They usually have their own, especially transmitters, they have their own towers and cups.
All transmitters have their own cup and towel. We do not grab just any towel. All those towels above the sink is for the hand. Please do not take it and use it to wipe all the counters. It's not for dusting. If you need to dust, you ask somebody for a rag. These are not rags because our white towels became gray and there's no more white towels. Okay? Now, we also fold the towel in a certain way. We fold it in half, and then we fold it like this. Leave a little gap in the middle so you can fold it nicely. And it fits right into the tray. Okay? Now, bowing. Koto. Johnny, the way we bow for the male and the female is a little different. Okay. Everybody stand up. Those that don't know, please stand up. Okay. Now watch Johnny. Whenever, if we are wearing glasses, first thing is to remove them. Huh? Oh, okay. We must remove our glasses first. Put it in your pocket or put it at the corner of the cushion. Right? 座椅, standing bow, down to the knees, back to the first position. Release your hand. Kneel. You see how men holding the covenant, put it on their knee. And then kneel with the right leg and then the left leg. The hand is holding the covenant against your chest. The toes are tippy-toe on the ground. Not like this, not like this, and not crisscross. I've seen somebody doing like this. I was impressed. I said, how did they do that?
That's tougher.
That is tough. I tried it and I can do it too. But don't do that. Tippy-toe. Okay, tippy-toe. Okay. 明明善地5颗手 1 bow, 2 bow, 3 bow. Notice the distance between the head and the fist, 1.5 fist. 1.5 fist. Not too high, not too low. And the elbows are relaxed, not stiff like that. Okay? Now, when you come back up, the hand holding the covenant returns to the first treasure. Okay? And then chi, stand up. Chi is to rise. Okay? Hand holding the covenant on the knee. Push yourself up for balance. Okay? 座椅 磕头礼毕放手鞠躬 Always hands aside, take another bow, and back step half a step with the left foot. Yes, and then turn around. Always back step, half a footstep, not full. Got it? Okay, Virginia for the female. Anybody? Hello. Okay, 座椅 Gui is to kneel. Now look, right hand on the top corner, left hand on the knee. Okay, and then the two knees together. 明明善地5颗手 1 bow, 2 bow, 3 bow, 4 bow, 5 bow. Chi goes up to the first treasure. Okay, when you get up the same way. Okay, 座椅 磕头礼毕放手鞠躬 Same thing, okay? Now, when we bow, we do not go boom, 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 boom. We tap it lightly, with the head bowing, lightly. The reason the Buddha says, not human, says, it sounds like thunder in heaven. Okay? It's very disruptive for us. We go boom, 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 boom. Don't do that. Okay? Any questions?
It's like a push-up.
Yeah, it's like
so
a
your upper body's
exercise.
moving together.
At the same time, I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, gentlemen, okay? Senior transmitter Jin taught us the tongue should be on the roof of the mouth, okay? The eyes is not closed when we're bowing, okay? That's not the time for us to take a mini nap, okay? do not close your eyes, okay? This is a time for us to reflect ourselves, We are not bowing to the Buddhas, actually. We are bowing to our own Buddha nature. We all have a Buddha nature inside of us. We are bowing to ourselves. Time for self-reflection. Okay? And then this way, because normally a human being's body has the fire on the top and the water at the bottom. And that also brings out our bad temper. So when we do that, and at the same time, we're going to squeeze the butt. I'm sorry for the language, but okay.
That's why the lecture, the temple host did, because he's 任督二脉打通。任督二脉打通。什么？任督二脉打通 because
it's like to open up the
It's like a meridian.
yeah, meridians.
Yeah.
Open up.
Yeah.
The Hindu
The
chakras. But it's like to open up your meridians.
Yeah.
So your
allow
blood flow.
The flow of
Chi.
Yeah.
you know what happened to him? He's about right now he's what 80 years old. All white hair becomes all black
hair.
And now becomes natural, younger. So
Okay.
that's all the teacher asked him to do every day.
Yeah, squeeze the butt and we bow
And
with
then
the tongue on the roof of the mouth. This way we turn it around and the water will be on top and the fire will be
And then
below.
he asked Holy Teacher, I'm counting the numbers. 1, 2, 3, how do I do it, right? Teacher said, you don't need to speak out.
Silently in your heart and mind.
Silence.
If we're doing it by ourselves, you do it silently in our heart and mind. But do not close the eyes, okay? So we have to be self-aware.
They are bowing the same way in heaven.
Yes.
So some people bow 7 years. They still have a hard time to learn how to bow in heaven. Why? Anybody know why?
Because they don't have a physical body.
Yeah, no control over that.
Because when we go back, right? When we go back there, we only have spirits. I mean, spirits with a human body speeding. But we couldn't control our position. Sit down, please. At that moment, we couldn't control because we have spirits. When we take a bow, spending. When we take a bow, it's spending. So we couldn't control. Once we have little stop, we couldn't control the position when we go back. So those people have a hard time to learn.
They have to practice.
Some people practice 7 years already. They still have a hard time to finish that. So that's why Temple Master host Dean, Holy Teacher asked him to come down, tell everybody, learn those bowing when we still have a body. Because a lot of people receive down, they never come back.
They disappear.
They never come back, so they don't know how to take a bow. So when they go back,
never practice.
Never practice. In the meantime, when they take a bow, when they go back, because when the spirits will stop, and they need to stop, because it keeps spinning.
If you're in a spiritual form, if you will, you're no longer have a physical form.
Yeah.
And so your spiritual form, it's really powerful. Yeah, it's really powerful. Because, it's your mind, it's a conscious mind, whatever. So you have little tiny
Keep spinning.
that's a
We
great
couldn't bow,
effect.
just me.
So, it's powerful. So,
Interesting.
if you lack control, if you don't have that mental practice, discipline, you'll go all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we have to practice while we have a physical body.
Especially for those people, Holy Teacher mentioned that those people had a problem with their back, sometimes they couldn't bow. At least we need to make sure everybody know how to bow. Because they have physical problem to bow today, maybe back pain or something. But when they go back, they have to know how to bow it. Because at that time, if they don't know, they're going to go through the same problem. So we want to make sure, explain to those people. Sometimes people take a standing bow.
Yeah, like Asim has to do because he injured his knee, his leg.
But we need to know how to, they need to know how to bow. Otherwise, they're going to face the same problem when they go back.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have the primary director that is announcing who we are bowing to, which Buddha. Then we have the secondary director who is doing the counting. So when we bow, we listen to the secondary director, not the primary, because the primary is announcing who we bow to, but the secondary is the one that we are bowing to their count. Okay, especially the one bow, we don't listen to the first person on the right, we listen to the second person on the left. Understand? Okay, now we have many cushions in the altar. Okay, which one do we take?
If you only one person.
If we're only one person. Let's say we come in a small temple, there are 2 rows, 6 cushions. So what we do is we take the left one. The first row, left one, if we're only one person. If we are 2 people coming at the same time doing it, we take the left and the right. The person that is older, that has a higher title, will take the right. The person who is, yes.
Yeah, well, maybe an easy way to visualize is that these cushions, let's say per row, if you look at the first row, the top row, the 1, 2, 3 just means designate order of, say, position or status. So if you're the, eldest or senior, or you are a transmitter, you take the first row.
This is the one for the transmitter.
Right. So if you're solo, let's say solo, the reason why you pick 3 is because that's the most junior position, and because it represents you're humble, right? You're humble before, before God, whatever. Whatever, before the altar. Okay, so you don't take the first or the second. If you're single, if you're by yourself, solo. But if you have 2 people, then you have to have 2. So you do 2 and 3. You get it?
If we are 3 people, we'll take 1, 2, 3.
And 4, right?
If we are 4 people, we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4 in that order. Okay? If we're five people, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's always center priority, then the right and the left. It's the center, the right, and the left. Understand? Okay. So let's say we are over there. There's so many people. Where do I go? Number one, we always allow the elders to go in the first rows. Okay, because that is a little easier to bow than the lower cushions. And if we are new, try to stay in the back to show our humbleness, like lecture class said. Okay, we don't rush to the front. Okay, so it is in order of age and your title. Okay, now any questions on this? Okay, so conclusion. These
Yes,
rules.
there's a question.
Oh yes, Edison.
If you see there's a cushion in front of you, it's empty, yes, move.
Yes. We fill up the front before the back. Okay, it's natural for us to move forward. We don't need someone to announce it. Just move forward. Okay, that's good, Edison. So these rules and proprieties are to help us improve ourselves and to grow. Okay, it is also something for us to mold ourselves into a standard role model for others to follow. As a cultivator, we now represent the Tao. What we say, what we do, what we think, okay, should always be in accordance to the Tao. This is how we manifest our virtues. So others will see the Tao in us. Okay. Any questions? Okay, I thank everybody for their attention. If I said anything wrong or I did not cover this topic well enough, I ask God and all the saints and Buddhas for their forgiveness.